A scream shattered the silence of Dubai's glittering skyline. Nurse Elena Martinez stepped into the penthouse, heart pounding. The air smelled of oud and antiseptic, heavy and sharp. Marble floors gleamed under crystal chandeliers, cold against her shoes. She clutched her medical bag, knuckles whitening. The job sounded simple. Care for a comatose millionaire. Ahmed Al-Mansoori, oil tycoon, lay in a vegetative state. His family hired her, their wealth whispered in every detail. Gold-trimmed curtains swayed in the desert breeze. The hum of medical machines filled the room. Elena's pulse raced, sensing eyes in the shadows. Something felt wrong, but she could not place it. The Al-Mansoori family exuded power, their smiles too polished. They greeted her with warmth, yet their eyes stayed cold. The penthouse, high above Dubai, felt like a cage. She followed them to Ahmed's room, steps echoing. Velvet drapes framed a bed, dwarfed by monitors. Ahmed lay still, his face gaunt, almost lifeless. Tubes snaked from his arms, machines beeping rhythmically. The room smelled of sterile gauze and faded cologne. Elena's skin prickled as she checked his chart. His condition seemed stable, but details were vague. The family's physician, Dr. Khalid, hovered too close. His cologne stung her nose, sharp and chemical. He spoke in clipped tones, avoiding her questions. Elena noticed a faint bruise on Ahmed's wrist. It looked fresh, not listed in the records. Her stomach twisted, but she stayed silent. The family watched her every move, their gazes heavy. She adjusted Ahmed's fingers trembling slightly. The city sparkled below, a sea of neon lights. Skyscrapers pierced the night, their reflections blinding. A distant call to prayer echoed, haunting and low. Elena felt trapped, high above the world. The family left her alone with Ahmed. Finally, she checked his vitals, her hands steady now. His pulse was weak, but his eyes flickered. She froze, staring at his face, heart racing. Did he just move, or was it her imagination? No one in a vegetative state should react. She leaned closer, her breath catching in her throat. His eyelids fluttered again, faint but unmistakable. A chill ran down her spine, cold and sharp. She glanced at the door, expecting someone to enter. The room stayed silent, save for machines. Elena whispered his name, her voice barely audible. Ahmed's fingers twitched, a small, deliberate motion. Her heart slammed against her ribs, loud and fast. She stepped back, her shoes squeaking on marble. This was not in the job description. She scanned the room, searching for cameras. A small red light blinked in the corner. Someone was watching, always watching. She realized. Her mouth went dry, throat tightening painfully. She forced herself to focus, checking his chart again. The bruise on his wrist seemed darker now. She touched it gently, feeling faint warmth. It was not old, not accidental. She knew. Her mind raced, piecing together fragments of doubt. The family's secrecy, the doctor's evasiveness, the bruise. Something was wrong, deeply wrong, in this penthouse. She heard footsteps, heavy and deliberate, approaching fast. The door swung open, revealing Dr. Khalid's silhouette. His smile was gone, replaced by a scowl. Elena's heart lurched, her palms sweating instantly. He asked what she was doing, voice sharp. She stammered, pointing to Ahmed's wrist bruise. Dr. Khalid's eyes narrowed, his jaw tightening visibly. He said it was nothing, just routine marks. Elena did not believe him, not at all. His tone carried a warning, subtle but clear. She nodded, pretending to accept his explanation. Her mind screamed to run, but she stayed. The penthouse felt smaller, walls closing in. She smelled his cologne again, overwhelming now. Dr. Khalid lingered, his gaze piercing her. She forced a smile, her lips trembling slightly. He left, but the air stayed heavy, oppressive. Elena turned back to Ahmed, her hands shaking. His eyes were open now, staring at her. She gasped, stumbling back, heart in her throat. His lips parted, a faint whisper escaping them. "Help me," he rasped, voice barely audible. Her blood turned to ice, her breath stopping. This man was not in a vegetative state. She glanced at the camera, its light still blinking. Someone knew. Someone was hiding the truth. Her mind spun, questions crashing like waves. Why lie about his condition, his awareness? What did the family want? What were they hiding? The city's lights flickered below, mocking her fear. She heard a creak, the door opening again. Footsteps echoed, slow and deliberate this time. A woman entered, her hijab framing cold eyes. It was Noor, Ahmed's sister, elegant but stern. Her perfume was floral, sharp, almost suffocating. She asked why Elena looked so pale. Elena's throat tightened, words failing her completely. Noor's gaze flicked to Ahmed, then back. She smiled, but it did not reach her eyes. Elena's heart pounded, her mind racing wildly. Noor stepped closer, her silk dress rustling softly. She whispered something, too low to hear. Elena caught only one word. Careful. Her skin crawled, the warning sinking deep. Noor left, her footsteps fading into silence. Elena stood frozen, staring at Ahmed's still form. His eyes were closed again, face blank. Had she imagined it, his voice his plea? The bruise on his wrist said otherwise. She touched her own wrist, feeling her pulse. It raced, matching the city's frenetic energy. The machines beeped, steady but ominous now. She felt eyes everywhere, unseen but present. The penthouse was no longer just luxurious. It was a prison, hiding a dark secret. Elena's bag felt heavy, her only anchor. She needed answers, but fear gripped her. The city hummed below, alive and indifferent. She glanced at Ahmed, his chest rising slowly. What did they do to him? Why? Her phone buzzed, startling her sharply. An unknown number flashed on the screen. She hesitated, her thumb hovering over it. The message was simple, chilling, and anonymous. Leave now, or you'll regret it. Her breath hitched, her vision blurring slightly. The room spun, the air growing thicker. She looked at Ahmed, his face serene. The bruise seemed to pulse, a silent accusation. She heard a distant siren, faint but real. The city was alive, but she felt alone. Her fingers tightened around her phone, trembling. She wanted to run, to scream, to hide. But Ahmed's whisper echoed in her mind. "Help me," he had said, desperate, real. She could not leave, not yet, not now. The camera's red light blinked, unyielding, watching. Someone knew she knew, and they cared. Her heart raced, her resolve hardening slowly. She would stay, uncover the truth. Somehow. The penthouse was a puzzle, dangerous, deadly. Elena took a breath, steadying her nerves. The city sparkled, hiding its own shadows. She was in too deep, no turning back. Elena's phone buzzed again, the screen glowing ominously. She stood frozen in the penthouse, heart thudding. The anonymous message lingered. Leave now. Her fingers trembled, gripping the phone tightly. Ahmed's still form lay before her, silent. The bruise on his wrist haunted her thoughts. The city's neon lights pulsed below, restless. A faint hum of traffic drifted upward, distant. The air smelled of antiseptic and fear now. Marble floors reflected her shadow, distorted, wavering. She glanced at the camera, its red light steady. Someone was watching, always watching, she knew. Her pulse raced, matching the city's rhythm. She slipped the phone into her pocket, cautious. Ahmed's whispered plea echoed in her mind. "Help me," he had said, voice desperate. She could not ignore it. Not now. The penthouse felt colder, walls pressing closer. She moved to Ahmed's bedside, hands steadying. His chart lay open, pages slightly crumpled. She scanned it, searching for hidden truths. A note caught her eye, handwritten, faint. Sedation increased per family request. It read. Her stomach churned, a sickening twist forming. Why sedate a man in a coma? She touched Ahmed's hand, feeling faint warmth. His fingers twitched again, barely noticeable. Her breath caught, eyes darting to the door. Footsteps echoed outside, sharp and purposeful. The door creaked, revealing a new figure. A man, tall, in a tailored suit, entered. His eyes were dark, piercing, almost predatory. He introduced himself as Faisal, Ahmed's brother. His voice was smooth, but it chilled her. The scent of the cigar lingered, acrid, heavy. He asked about Ahmed's condition, too casually. Elena's throat tightened, words hard to form. She mentioned the bruise, testing his reaction. Faisal's smile faltered, his jaw clenching briefly. He dismissed it, calling it an old mark. His lie hung in the air, obvious. Elena's skin prickled, her instinct screaming danger. She nodded, pretending to accept his words. Faisal's gaze lingered, assessing her every move. He stepped closer, his shadow looming large. The room felt smaller, air growing thin. She smelled the cigar again, suffocating now. He asked if she felt comfortable here. His question was not kind, but probing. Elena forced a smile, her heart pounding. She said yes, her voice barely steady. Faisal's eyes narrowed, unconvinced, searching her face. He turned to leave, but paused suddenly. "Be careful what you ask," he said. His words were soft, but they cut deep. The door closed behind him, clicking shut. Elena exhaled, her breath shaky, uneven. The machines beeped, their rhythm mocking her. She looked at Ahmed, his face still serene. His eyes were closed, but she felt watched. The camera's red light seemed brighter now. Her mind raced, piecing together the clues. The bruise, the sedation note, the warnings. Something was wrong, something sinister, hidden here. She moved to the window, needing air. Dubai's skyline glittered, a dazzling, uncaring sprawl. The desert wind howled faintly, rattling glass. Her reflection stared back, pale, almost ghostly. She turned away, her resolve hardening slowly. She needed evidence, something to prove it. The chart was a start, but not enough. She searched the room, careful, quiet, deliberate. Drawers held only medical supplies, sterile, orderly. A locked cabinet caught her eye, heavy metallic. Its lock was new, gleaming, suspiciously clean. Her fingers brushed it, cold and unyielding. She needed to know what was inside. Her medical bag held a small screwdriver. She hesitated, glancing at the camera again. Its red light blinked, relentless, always watching. She moved quickly, heart hammering in her chest. The screwdriver scraped metal, a faint, sharp sound. Sweat beaded on her forehead, stinging her eyes. The lock clicked, the cabinet door creaking open. Inside were vials, unlabeled, filled with liquid. Her breath hitched, her hands trembling slightly. She pocketed one, its glass cool, smooth. A folder lay beneath, papers slightly yellowed. She pulled out, scanning the contents. Medical reports, but not Ahmed's, she realized. Names she did not recognize. Dates old. Words like sedation and induced jumped out. Her stomach twisted, a knot of dread forming. This was bigger than Ahmed. Much bigger. Footsteps approached again, faster this time. She shoved the folder back, heart racing. The cabinet clicked shut, her hand shaking. She turned, pretending to check Ahmed's for. Nor entered, her eyes sharp, suspicious. Her perfume filled the room, floral, overwhelming. She asked what Elena was doing, voice cold. Elena's mouth went dry, her mind scrambling. She mumbled about routine checks, avoiding Noor's gaze. Noor's lips pursed, her stare cutting through. She stepped closer, her silk dress rustling. Elena's pulse thundered, her palms sweating now. Noor noticed the cabinet, her eyes narrowing. She asked if Elena had touched anything. Elena shook her head, her voice failing. Noor's gaze lingered, heavy, almost suffocating. She turned away, but her warning lingered. Curiosity can be dangerous, Noor said softly. The words landed like a physical blow. Elena's knees weakened, but she stood firm. Noor left, her footsteps fading into silence. The penthouse felt alive, walls whispering secrets. Elena's hand brushed a vial in her pocket. Its weight grounded her, a dangerous truth. She looked at Ahmed, his breathing shallow. His plea echoed again, louder in her mind. She needed to act, but how when? The city's lights flickered, mocking her fear. A distant horn blared, sharp, cutting through. She felt trapped, high above the world. Her phone buzzed again, startling her sharply. Another message from the same unknown number. Stop digging or you will disappear. Her blood ran cold, her vision blurring. The room spun, the air growing heavier. She clutched the vial, her only evidence. Ahmed's machines beeped, steady but ominous. She heard a creak, the door again. Her heart stopped, expecting Noor or Faisal. It was Dr. Khalid, his face unreadable. His cologne hit her, sharp chemical, nauseating. He asked why she looked so tense. Elena's throat tightened, words stuck inside. She forced a smile, her lips trembling. He stepped closer, his shadow swallowing light. The camera's light blinked, always watching, always. She felt cornered, a mouse in a trap. Dr. Khalid's hand rested on Ahmed's chart. He flipped it open, his eyes scanning. Elena's heart pounded, fearing he knew. He closed it, his gaze locking on her. You see too much, he said quietly. Her breath caught, her mind racing wildly. He left, but his words hung heavy. Elena stood alone, the penthouse suffocating her. The vial in her pocket felt heavier now. She needed to hide it, protect it. Ahmed's face was still, but not peaceful. The bruise on his wrist seemed darker. She touched it, feeling a faint pulse. Her resolve hardened, fear turning to anger. She would not run, not yet, not ever. The city hummed below, alive, uncaring. She was in deep, but she was not done. Elena's hand shook, clutching the vial tightly. The penthouse air felt thick, almost suffocating. Ahmed's machines beeped, a relentless, mocking rhythm. Her heart pounded, echoing in her ears. The city's lights glittered below, cold, indifferent. The vial's glass was smooth, dangerously heavy. Dr. Khalid's words lingered. You see too much. Her skin crawled, the camera's red light blinking. She needed to move, to act now. The folder's words burned in her mind. Sedation, induced, names not Ahmed's, secrets. She slipped the vial deeper into her pocket. The marble floor gleamed, reflecting her fear. A faint hum of Dubai's nightlife drifted up. The desert wind rattled the windows, eerie. Her phone buzzed, another chilling message waiting. She ignored it, her focus on Ahmed. His bruise seemed darker, a silent accusation. She checked his pulse. Faint but steady. His eyes flickered, a ghost of awareness. Her breath caught, her mind racing wildly. Was he waking, or was it hope? Footsteps echoed, sharp, fast, too close. She spun, heart leaping to her throat. The door burst open, Faisal storming in. His cigar scent hit her, acrid, overwhelming. His eyes blazed, no trace of charm. He demanded to know what she found. Elena's mouth went dry, words failing her. She stammered, clutching her medical bag tightly. Faisal stepped closer, his shadow swallowing light. The room shrank, walls pressing in hard. She smelled his anger, sharp, almost tangible. He grabbed her wrist, his grip bruising. Her pulse raced, pain shooting through her. She yanked free, stumbling back, gasping. The vial in her pocket felt exposed. Faisal's gaze pierced her, cold, predatory. He asked about the cabinet, voice low. Her heart stopped, fearing he knew everything. She lied, saying she checked Ahmed's for. His lips curled, not believing her words. The camera's light blinked, recording every moment. Elena's knees trembled, but she stood firm. Faisal's hand moved to his pocket, pausing. She braced herself, expecting a weapon. Instead, he pulled out a phone, dialing. His voice was hushed, speaking in Arabic. Elena caught one word, dispose. Her blood froze, her vision blurring slightly. She needed to run, but where? How? The penthouse was a trap, inescapable. Faisal ended the call, eyes on her. He said she should not be here. His tone was calm, but it terrified her. She backed away, bumping into Ahmed's bed. The machines beeped louder, almost accusing. Faisal stepped forward, his shoes clicking sharply. Elena's mind screamed, her body frozen. She glanced at Ahmed, his eyes open. He mouthed something, silent, desperate, urgent. Run. His lips formed, clear as day. Her heart lurched, adrenaline flooding her veins. She bolted, dodging Faisal's outstretched hand. The penthouse blurred, marble cold underfoot. She reached the door, yanking it open. The hallway stretched dim, endless, menacing. Her shoes slapped against polished stone loud. Faisal's shout echoed behind her, furious. She ran, her breath ragged, pulse thundering. The elevator was ahead, doors glinting silver. She slammed the button, heart pounding wildly. Footsteps grew closer, heavy, relentless, gaining. The elevator dinged, doors sliding open slowly. She dove inside, jabbing the close button. Faisal's hand appeared, grabbing the door's edge. Her scream caught, her hands shaking violently. She kicked his wrist, desperate, hard, frantic. He cursed, his grip loosening slightly. The doors closed, sealing her inside alone. The elevator hummed, descending too slowly. Her chest heaved, sweat stinging her eyes. The vial pressed against her thigh. Heavy, she clutched her bag, her only anchor. The city's hum grew louder, closer now. The elevator stopped, doors opening to chaos. Dubai's lobby sparkled, gold and glass everywhere. People milled, oblivious to her racing heart. She stepped out, scanning for Faisal's man. A man in black watched her, unmoving, his eyes locked on hers, cold, calculating. She turned, walking fast, blending into crowds. The air smelled of perfume and coffee, rich. Her phone buzzed again, her hands trembling. Another message, you cannot hide forever. Her stomach twisted, fear clawing her insides. She slipped into a side corridor, dark. The walls were cool, smooth, almost calming. Her breath slowed, but her mind raced. The vial was evidence, but of what? Ahmed's plea, the folder, the sedation notes. They pointed to something bigger, something deadly. She needed help, someone to trust, anyone. Her phone had one contact, her sister. She hesitated, fingers hovering over the screen. Calling could drag her sister into danger. The corridor's silence pressed against her ears. A faint click sounded behind her, sharp. She spun, seeing nothing but shadows. Her heart pounded, her throat tightening fast. She moved again, footsteps echoing too loudly. A stairwell door appeared, heavy metallic, locked. She pushed it, praying for an escape. It opened, revealing a dim, dusty staircase. She descended, her shoes scraping rough concrete. The air grew stale, smelling of mold. Her phone's light flickered, battery dying slowly. She reached a basement, cold and cavernous. Pipes hissed above, dripping water somewhere. The darkness swallowed her, heavy, oppressive. She crouched behind crates, heart still racing. The vial in her pocket felt like fire. She pulled it out, examining its contents. Clear liquid shimmered, innocent but deadly. Footsteps echoed above, deliberate, searching closer. Her breath hitched, her body tensing hard. A voice called her name, low, taunting. It was Dr. Khalid, his tone unmistakable. Her skin prickled, fear turning to panic. She clutched the vial, her only leverage. The footsteps stopped, silence deafening now. A flashlight beam cut through the darkness. It swept across crates, missing her narrowly. Her heart pounded, loud enough to betray her. She shifted, with creaking under her weight. The beam swung back, locking on her. Dr. Khalid's face appeared, cold, unyielding. He stepped closer, his cologne choking her. He said she should have listened, obeyed. Her mouth opened, but no words came. She stood, backing away, vial in hand. He lunged, faster than she expected. She dodged, crates crashing around them loudly. The vial slipped, hitting the ground, shattering. Liquid spread, glistening under the flashlight's beam. Dr. Khalid cursed, his face twisting angrily. Elena ran, her legs burning, lungs aching. The stairwell was ahead, her only chance. She climbed, footsteps pounding behind her. The penthouse's secrets were unraveling, dangerous. Ahmed's plea echoed, fueling her resolve. She reached the lobby, bursting into light. People stared, their faces blurring together. She kept running, the city swallowing her. The vial was gone, but she remembered. The folder, the names, the sedation truth. Someone wanted Ahmed silent, maybe dead. Her phone buzzed, another message waiting. She ignored it, her focus on survival. Dubai streets hummed, alive, uncaring, vast. She was hunted, but she was not done. Elena's lungs burned as she fled through Dubai streets. The city's neon lights blurred, a chaotic glow. Horns blared sharp, slicing through the night. Her shoes pounded pavement, gritty underfoot. Sweat stung her eyes, her heart racing wildly. The shattered vial haunted her, evidence gone. Dr. Khalid's voice echoed, taunting, relentless. She ducked into an alley, shadows swallowing her. The air smelled of dust and stale spices. Her phone vibrated, another message flashing urgently. You cannot escape, it read, chilling her bones. Her breath hitched, panic clawing her chest. She crouched behind a dumpster, its metal cold. The city hummed, indifferent to her fear. Footsteps echoed nearby, slow, deliberate, hunting. Her pulse thundered, drowning out the noise. She clutched her medical bag, knuckles white. Ahmed's plea lingered, desperate, haunting her mind. The folder's secrets burned in her memory. Sedation, induced comas, names not Ahmed's. She needed answers, but danger closed in. A shadow moved tall in the alley's mouth. Her heart stopped, recognizing Faisal's silhouette. His cigar scent drifted, acrid, suffocating her. She held her breath, body pressed against metal. He paused, his shoes scuffing loose gravel. Her phone screen glowed, betraying her position. She silenced it, fingers trembling, heart pounding. Faisal's voice called out, low, menacing, close. Elena, you cannot hide from us. Her skin prickled, fear turning to ice. She bolted, sprinting deeper into the alley. Trash cans clattered, her footsteps too loud. The city's pulse thrummed, a relentless beat. She emerged onto a crowded street, chaotic. Vendors shouted, their voices blending into cacophony. The air smelled of grilled meat, heavy, greasy. She wove through people, their faces a blur. Her bag bounced against her hip, heavy. A man grabbed her arm, his grip tight. She spun, facing a stranger, eyes cold. He wore black, like the man in the lobby. Her stomach dropped, her throat tightening fast. She twisted free, running hard in her throat. The streetlights flickered, casting long, eerie shadows. She slipped into a market, stalls packed tightly. The scent of saffron and sweat overwhelmed her. Her phone buzzed again, another unknown number. Return what you know or you die. Her knees buckled, but she kept moving. The market's noise was deafening, disorienting her senses. She spotted a cafe, its lights dim, inviting. She ducked inside, the air cool, calming. Wooden tables gleamed, polished, smelling faintly of coffee. She sat, hiding her face behind a menu. Her hands shook, her mind racing frantically. The folder's names, the sedation, Ahmed's awareness. A new thought hit, sharp, mind-blowing, terrifying. What if Ahmed was not the only victim? Her breath caught, the truth dawning slowly. The folder listed others, comas induced deliberately. She remembered a name, Aisha, sedated, vanished. Her mind spun, connecting dots, forming horrors. The Al-Mansoori family was hiding a scheme. Not just Ahmed, but others, silence controlled. Her heart pounded, the cafe walls closing in. The barista watched her, his gaze too long. She stood, her chair scraping the floor loudly. The door jingled as she slipped out. The night air hit her, hot, unrelenting. She moved fast, the market's chaos fading. A car screeched nearby, tires burning rubber. She froze, spotting Dr. Khalid inside it. His eyes locked on hers, cold, unyielding. The car sped toward her, headlights blinding. She dove behind a stall, heart hammering. which splintered as the car grazed it. Her breath was ragged, her body trembling. She ran again, alleys twisting, disorienting her. The city's skyline loomed, a glittering trap. Her phone buzzed. Another message, more threats. She ignored it, focusing on survival, escape. A door appeared, half-hidden, rusted, heavy. She pushed it open, slipping into darkness. The air inside was damp, smelling of decay. Her phone's light flickered, barely illuminating stairs. She descended, her footsteps echoing, too loud. The basement was vast, shadows swallowing light. Pipes groaned above, water dripping rhythmically. Her heart raced, each sound amplifying fear. She heard voices, low, muffled, coming closer. Her body tensed, crouching behind old crates. The voices were familiar, Noor and Faisal. Their words were sharp, laced with urgency. They mentioned Ahmed, a plan, a cover-up. Elena's blood ran cold, her mind reeling. Noor said something about the others. Faisal's voice was angry, mentioning her name. They knew she knew. They wanted her gone. Her hand brushed the paper, crumpled, forgotten. She grabbed it, her phone's light revealing words. It was a list, names, dates, doses. Aisha's name was there, marked terminated. Her stomach churned, horror sinking in deep. The Al-Mansoors were not just hiding Ahmed. They were running something darker, far worse. A human experiment. Comas induced for control. Her breath stopped, the truth overwhelming her. Footsteps approached, heavy, deliberate, too close. She stuffed the paper into her bag. Her phone died, plunging her into darkness. A flashlight beam cut through, searching, relentless. Noor's voice called out, calm but deadly. Elena, you cannot keep running forever. Her heart pounded, her body frozen, trapped. She moved, crawling with scraping her knees. The beam missed her, sweeping the crates. She found a corner, curling up tight. The air was heavy, thick with mold. Her mind raced, piecing together the nightmare. Ahmed was a victim, but not alone. Others suffered, their fates sealed, forgotten. The paper in her bag was proof. She needed to get out, expose them. A door slammed above, echoing like thunder. Her pulse spiked, her throat tightening painfully. Noor's perfume drifted floral, suffocating, close. Elena held her breath, praying for silence. Faisal's voice joined, angry, demanding answers. They argued, their words sharp, accusing each other. Noor mentioned a buyer, someone powerful, dangerous. Elena's mind reeled, the twist hitting hard. The Al-Mansoors were selling secrets, lives, control. Ahmed's coma was no accident, but business. Her skin crawled, the horror sinking deeper. She shifted, a crate creaking under her. The flashlight swung, locking on her corner. Noor's face appeared, eyes cold, unyielding. She smiled, but it was pure malice. Elena's heart stopped, her body trembling violently. She stood, ready to run, nowhere left. Noor stepped closer, her silk dress rustling. Faisal appeared, his cigar scent choking her. They said she knew too much now. Her bag felt heavy, the paper inside burning. She bolted, dodging Noor's outstretched hand. The basement blurred, darkness swallowing her path. She tripped, concrete biting her palms, stinging. They were behind her, footsteps pounding fast. A stairwell loomed, her only escape. She climbed, lungs aching, legs burning out. The city's hum grew louder, closer, alive. She burst into an alley, air hot. Dubai's lights sparkled, hiding their darkness. Her phone was dead, her evidence fragile. The list named victims, a chilling truth. She was hunted, but the fight was not over.